When I talk about autism and how it affects people, I like to use the analogy of a triangle. The 3 points of the autism triangle are, first, communication. Many individuals with autism have difficulty communicating, and that can range from not being able to talk at all to having a difficult time carrying on a social conversation. The second point of the triangle is social behavior, and that's one of the most common challenges faced by people with autism. They have a difficult time participating in the social world, understanding the social behavior of other people, and that makes it difficult to live in society and participate fully. And then the third part of the triangle is problem behavior. Many individuals with autism, because of their communication difficulties and their lack of skill in the social area, will have problem behavior that can range from things as severe as aggression and self-injury to behaviors that appear to be almost obsessive-compulsive in nature. Hi, my name is Tom Higbee. I'm a professor of special education here at Utah State University. I'm also the founder and director of the ASSERT Autism Program. The ASSERT program is unique, I think, because our impact goes beyond the families that are directly involved in the program. As our name suggests, we have three main focuses. The first focus is education. That's what we accomplish by directly intervening with the families here in the on-campus preschool program. And a few families are fortunate enough to receive these services here in Logan.
Touch my ears. Touch my ears.
The second aspect of our mission is research. As a university training site and research site, my graduate students and I are hard at work identifying effective assessment and intervention strategies to help kids with autism worldwide. Through these research projects, as we complete them, present them at international conferences, and publish them, we're able to provide a much bigger impact on families of kids with autism worldwide. The last part of our mission is training. All of the employees at ASSERT are undergraduate or graduate students who are going to go on to be professionals working with kids around the world and around the country with autism and related disorders.
I work with undergraduate students at Utah State currently, and they're able to do a practicum at ASSERT and learn some of those skills so that when they go into the field, they can apply those with the students that they teach, making a greater impact than just those 6 students or 10 students that are on the campus site of ASSERT. They are able to reach so many more through the services that they provide across the state.
Through our training efforts, we're able to again broaden our impact. Through undergraduate trainings here on campus, as well as through partner programs with school districts throughout the state of Utah. We partner with various districts to work with them to establish early intervention programs following the ASSERT model, and that way we're able to help many more children.
I had a student that I worked with that came into the program and he couldn't retrieve something that, like a ball. He didn't know what a ball was. And then when I was working with him in first grade, he was on the playground running around with all of the other kids playing ball. And that was really impactful in my life to see that we could do something to help these kids to be able to interact and enjoy their life and enjoy their families and enjoy their friends in a way that they wanted to increase that behavior.
Through this intervention, kids learn communication strategies, learn how to play, learn how to behave socially, with the goal being for us to get them ready to successfully transition into a regular education kindergarten program.
The clients that I've worked with, that I've seen grow and get older in time, have had a huge impact on the way that they interact with their families and with their peers in their school programs as they go into the school system.
Sam was my first child, and Sam is a miracle. He is just a wonderful son. He loves to make us happy. He really tries his hardest to do what's right. He is a great example as a brother. He is very smart, and it's just exceeded all of my expectations of, having a child.
My name's Sam Briner. I am 14 years old and I'm in 9th grade, going to Central Davis Junior High. I am in the Honor Society. I have a 3.9 GPA. I feel like I'm doing great in every class I'm taking.
We got him diagnosed. He was diagnosed at 3 years old. So when he was in the Up to 3 program, we weren't really sure what was the matter, but he had started to speak and then stop, and had a lot of problems with sensory and different things like that.
The feeling of just not knowing is terrible as a parent, and to have programs like these that are out there is incredible.
She's taking the treasure. I know she is. I've got the treasure. You can't catch me. Let's get you. I'll show you where the treasure is.
I like to play basketball. I really enjoy doing that. I watch it a lot. I just love it. Play almost every day. I love to just run and get out there. So outside of basketball, I enjoy going camping with the Scouts. I am really close to having my Eagle Scout, just a couple merit badges away.
Sam's been very successful in his life, and that was the start. I really believe if we didn't get the early intervention with the ASSERT program, that he wouldn't be where he's at today.
All of the educational and assessment techniques that we use are based on modern research, and we are also participating in that process to continually develop newer, better, more effective and efficient techniques to help these kids and their families. We partner with various districts to work with them to establish early intervention programs following the ASSERT model, and that way we're able to help many more children. Those dollars that we take into the program allow us to not only serve more families and kids with autism, they allow us to train more professionals that are going to go out and serve more families, and they allow us to conduct more research that's also going to affect more individuals and their families. The dollars that we receive here, we're able to put to good use, and they have an exponential multiplying effect on the autism community.
ASSERT is impactful. It's impactful to the community, it's impactful to families, and it's impactful to the students that they serve, not only in their early childhood years, but across time as they reach adulthood as well.
Everyone works hard to produce the best positive outcomes for the kids and families involved in our program.
I have to tell you, I'm getting a little teary-eyed because Sam was my first kid at ASSERT that I got to case manage. So to see him there on the clip is just mind-blowing. The last time I saw him, he was 5 years old, leaving to go to kindergarten. And I have kept in contact with Mom and Dad, but I've never actually gotten to see clips of Sam. So, oh my goodness, I'm having like a mom moment here. Dr. Higby basically said it all, but what we would like to do is take you through a little bit of the history and kind of the evolution of ASSERT, because what you're seeing here today on these clips is a product of a long journey and so many people collaborating and coming together to support this amazing program. And I was fortunate enough to be a part of it in 2003 when I started as a graduate student here. Took a hiatus, and now I'm back for a year, and just so honored to be here representing Dr. Higby. So we will start with the first slide, which again, everyone knows that there are deficits involved in the autism diagnosis, like Dr. Higby mentioned, communication, the social relationships, and then obviously severe behavior, is often a product of this diagnosis as well. The diagnostic, the criteria and the numbers are definitely, I should say the numbers are going up 1 in 68 children now are diagnosed with autism. It's mind-blowing. And again, equally distributed across all races, but there is still the 5-to-1 ratio of males to females. So we do have 2 little girls we serve over at ASSERT. It's very exciting. And the rest are males over there. So we're all definitely seeing more children with autism that we come in contact with, and it impacts this situation because we do have a long waiting list at ASSERT, kids we are not able to serve at this moment. So you can just, ASSERT has come a long way. We started, it was Dr. Higby's brainchild. We started in the summer of 2003. And we were able to serve 4 children at that point for just a few weeks in a tiny little closet space that he had garnered. Then that fall, we were able to move into a little bit of a bigger space and serve a few more children, actually. And then we expanded to 8 students in 2007, which was very exciting. And then just last year, we were able to expand to 14 because of donations and funding from the legislature. And now we're actually to 15 children. We are serving our first brother-brother combo, so siblings at ASSERT, which is exciting. So we have 7 that come in the morning and then 8 in the afternoon. So, and like Dr. Higby already mentioned, we do serve these, have these multiple ways that ASSERT serves the community through the education, and that's the direct service that is at the site. We do serve those children. The research opportunities, right now we have at least 6 research projects going through graduate students in a variety of areas, be it technology, the area of play, language development, always conducting research projects. And then like Dr. Higby mentioned, the training aspects of ASSERT. The outreach. We've had plenty of groups come through that we've been able to train in exactly what we do, and I'll talk about the replication sites further on, but the impact of ASSERT is far-reaching through these training modules. So, and again, he kind of went over this, but all of these things, it's such an amazing program that we're able to be on the university site and do these things. So all the students we are able to train, the practicum students that then go on to be educators in our community. And then the research that he mentioned, again, we present at international and domestic conferences, and then people can go on and then replicate those projects. So, yeah. And these are some pretty impressive numbers. This has been the outreach since 2003, things that we have been able to do, and I'll let you read over them for yourself. But 130 special education teachers have been trained, and many of those obviously have remained in the state. We have plenty of contracts and replication sites in all these districts that he's mentioned: Washington County, Carbon, Logan, Cache, Box Elder, Davis, Park City, Sevier, Granite, Uinta, and Nebo. And so obviously the outreach, those children that have been reached by these programs is more than we can count. Over 70 families have been served through the on-campus program here. You got to hear one of the testimonials from one of our families. Over 20 graduate students and 300 undergraduate students have been trained. And we've had 30 peer-reviewed research studies produced by the research projects that have gone on at ASSERT. Over 130 regional, national, and international presentations. And we now have replication sites in Brazil, Portugal, and Russia. We actually just had a huge delegation from Russia visit in October. And they then went back and established the first early intervention site in the whole country of Russia because of ASSERT's efforts. So that was pretty powerful. Okay. And so as what the future holds for ASSERT, we will have a new specially designed clinical space, which is going to be amazing. Dr. Higby has had a lot of input into the actual layout of the design. And our new space will allow us to continue to serve all of these children and hopefully expand our services as well to not just 15 students, but you know, ASSERT serves children from age 3 to 5. So on their 3rd birthday, they can enter the program, and then they have to exit when they are then going on to be school age or kindergarten age. And one of the hopes is that we could expand ASSERT services into a school age program to help serve maybe kindergarten through 2nd graders or kindergarten through 6th graders, to serve, to use the same behavior analytic principles to help increase their skills. So that's pretty much the ASSERT program in a nutshell. And again, I'm just so honored to represent Dr. Higbee. Here's his contact information if anyone would like to be in contact with him further, or I will be available for questions afterwards. So thank you so much for letting us highlight our program.